people, good afternoon and welcome to your premium campus gist, where we give you gist around campuses. I am Abimbola, your bonga number one premium gist giver, and together here with me is...
Hi everyone, my name is Tose Adewale.
So welcome to the studios.
Thank you for having me.
So, just like you know, we always discuss happenings around campuses, especially when it has to do with gists.
Yes,
we are gist lovers. So today we'll be discussing two gists, very important. And the first one we'll be talking about the NELFund. Heard about
Money.
I'm sure when students heard about this and they're like, NELFund is here to the rescue. Everybody's excited. School fees increments no matter now.
That's true.
We go run and with NELFund. But then looking at it now, the reports we get back from the students are like institutions after the NELFund approval, they just all of a sudden want to build them for this, build them for that, increase in school fees, increase in this, increase in that. And at the end of the day, the school fees is not yet paid. What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
Well, for me, I think that is like kind of, how would I say, like merry-go-round.
Okay.
So, it's like government gives you, school is like, oh, okay. You can't say you don't have the feel. So, because of that, we have to collect ours. And then
sharing formula.
Basically, I think it's like, how would I say, it's like an economist going behind the scene. Like, so this one is collecting, you're giving to this one. And actually, the people that actually need a fund, by the time you remove every fees, every add-ons and all that, you only have like limited
money.
Stipends. You only have stipends to go around.
Because if you look at it critically, for me, it's exploitation. Because it's more like a government to the rescue, just like they have said.
Yeah.
The institution and say you cannot say you don't have. You have collected this loan, so and really, can we say that intervention by the government is really something that is rescuing the students? Is it really rescuing the students, or is it empowering new institutions?
Okay, so when I look at it, I will see it more like it's a temporary relief. It's more of it's more of putting a bandage on a wound that you're not dressing. Do you understand? You know, so you have a wound, but instead of you treating actually the wound, you want to put a bandage on, which is good because it's a temporary relief.
Okay,
but that does not cure the wound
at all. It doesn't.
So it's more of like indirect cost for the school to be able to, run their infrastructure, be able to, get things going, their costs and expense. At the same time, it's also a way for the students to feel like, okay, now I can at least focus and go to school. But at that time, they are not thinking about the repayment, how they're going to pay it back, how they are going to, because that's also coming.
Yes, that's another one. Because if you critically look at this, it's more like it's bondage.
Yeah.
And I hear students complain like, I've not even finished paying the school fees that they gave me loan for. Government is saying 2 years after graduation or 2 years after NYC, I have to start paying back. Yes. Either I work, either I do not work.
Exactly.
I just have to. But really, just like you said, it's a merry-go-round.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, it's more like supposed to be an intervention, but if you critically look at it, it's not an intervention. It's more problem.
Yeah.
It's more problem. And students are really crying out because these institutions are seen as a means to milk them that, you must pay this money.
Because there's no excuse. There's no more excuse.
There's no more excuse. And students are really crying out around campuses that we don't want NELFund again, safe.
Yeah.
Because maybe you should have left us the way we were, just like Moses told, the children of Israel told Moses those days, you should have left us where we were, because this is no intervention at all.
And that also comes to the aspect of the parents. The fact that, you have a ward or your child is on NELFund is a temporary relief for the parents. But also, when we talk about it, like, retirees, most parents are like, other working class, or they're trying to, support other children. And then when it's time for repayment, it becomes like, okay, so how do we figure this out? I know that we are depending on the children to have a good job so they can repay. But
Jobs that are not even available.
Oh yeah, that was another topic. That was another
Jobs
topic.
that are not even available. Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes this job, what people forget is that once this 2 years after graduations, there's inflation, there's more expense, there's more billings, like you say.
More responsibility.
Exactly. And then before you know it, it becomes like, okay, so how much am I actually paying back? How long will it actually take me to pay back?
You know, a particular student once said that it will take 8 years to pay back loan.
That's if you're disciplined.
Imagine graduating after 2 years and after 8 years, you're still paying back loan.
I think we just pass it on to your children.
Generational debt. But then, government is not really probing this because they are saying that it's one thing for us to give you loan. We cannot question the authority of the school. Because we're not the one building their schools for them. Yeah. But then, do you think this is really, or are you? For me, I just feel like government and this institution are working hand in hand.
Well,
that's what I just feel.
I think on the other hand, they might not be working hand in hand. They might just be helping the schools see opportunities where they were not before. Because
detriment of the students.
Yes, because basically it's like education is expensive.
Very, very.
So if you want to try the other one too, it's expensive.
Double expensive.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, you have no choice. You value education, you have to pay for it. And the government is like, okay, we want you to pay for it, but we want to give a soft cushion so you don't feel the pain until it's time for you to feel.
You feel the painful pain because it looks very subtle.
Yeah.
Like it looks very welcoming. It's going to be a relief. But if you critically examine it, there's no relief in that relief intervention.
Yeah.
At all. So if you're watching us, please, would like to see your comments. What do you think about this NELFund intervention by the government? What do you think about it? Is it a welcome relief or it's a double trouble relief? So join us on our social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok on Oshun and Right Life Media. Oshun. So quickly, I'll be reading a particular story from a student that's facing this issue. All right. So it says, a minute, please. Okay. It says, okay, even named it and said the loan that became a trap.
Wow.
Daniel is a 300 level economics student from a low income home. His father is a retired civil servant. His mother sells provision in front of their house, typical of what you just explained, in front of their house in Ibadan. So when NELFund opened registration, Daniel applied with hope in his chest. At least I wouldn't be having to beg for survival every semester. The loan came, and suddenly, like magic, his department announced new development charges. They will try to bring one name for it. And an increment in faculty dues. Fees that were previously 65,000 suddenly jumped to 110,000. What's the difference?
Okay. That's about like 40K above?
The 40,000.
Yeah.
Daniel was confused. His mom said, but we didn't collect the loan now. You collected. So why is the school increasing fees for everyone? Because even people that do not collect loan, have you looked at it like that? They will also pay for the increment. That's really unfair.
It's kind of a trap, I think, to lure other people that don't have the loan to be like, okay,
I will definitely
just go for it.
That's the wisdom deal. So Daniel paid. 2 weeks later, the hostel management sent a notice. Hostel bed space maintenance fee from 15,000 to 35,000.
Okay, that's
Daniel sat on his bed and cried quietly. The loan where I go think say go help me, can't be like handcuff. We are laughing at it, but really, that's the predicament of some of those students. It's supposed to be a relief, and like it's handcuff. Now he's scared. He doesn't know how he will repay the loan after school because even the job no sure. And the debt is waiting like a silent landlord. He told his friends, if I knew I for manage hunger, this loan has turned me into ATM for the school. That's the predicament of many students on campus.
And I think I'm thinking that the loan was like an welcome idea based on Western culture.
Okay.
because a lot of schools in the US, the UKs, they have most of the students can't afford the school fees, so they have to go on loan,
No. Oh.
and then they have like repayment plan. But if you look at it very well, who are the people actually gaining from the loan system?
If you ask me honestly, I'll just tell you it's institutions.
Of course.
Because looking at Daniel's story, all of a sudden we just slept and woke up.
And then everything is
Departmental fee
increased,
is 110,000.
like over 75,000 naira increase.
I don't understand. It's not like okay, there is something new they're adding to the curriculum or something. Because you just want to bill me, because I feel it I see it as billing. You just want to bill me, and it's 110,000.
But on the part of the school, though, there would be like, there is inflation. They have salaries to pay. They have administrative bills.
Is it that they increased their staff salary? And if they're
It's
increasing
the
their staff salary, why
economy.
should I be the one to
It's
pay?
the economy. It's the price of the gari that has gone up, that they have to help for their farmers.
I don't want to agree with you. Students in the comment section,
for their
just
staff.
keep your responses. Tell us what you feel about all of this, because it is not really funny at all. Just tell us what you feel. Follow us, share, like, and comment on this podcast.
Thank you.
So, aside from this NELFund intervention, there's another gist.
Okay, hit me. Yeah.
That gist,
yeah.
because in Nigeria they say we have freedom of expression, rights to speech. But then, like my teacher used to say in secondary school, you may have that right, but there is no right after speech. Because you never can tell what happens to
the
you.
The consequences of your freedom.
And nobody, you'll be the only one to bear the brunt. No, there's a particular university in the southwest that some of the students that protested about the high King fees price, and boom, 2 of them were suspended.
Okay.
What do you say to that?
I don't know. Yoruba will say they did not for Monshi. But I don't know. Let me think. That's a kind of a pure scapegoat example.
Exactly. Scapegoats.
It's like targeting, like, okay, let's see what will happen if we suspend 2 people. But the question is it only 2 people that protested?
No, not just 2 people.
Okay.
Oh, just like what you said, it's a question of scapegoats. Because once 2 are suspended, the other has to keep quiet.
Yes.
For me, that's another level of bullying. Are we saying we cannot question authority? Are we saying students cannot question authority? Are we saying because you make it a law, we have to just obey it? No reasoning, no meetings, no prior information. Like you did not you just woke up and you decided that, and you expect that it's supposed to be cool with us.
Okay. Let's see again. But sometimes I think maybe they were expecting a different way of approach that were not. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to be on both sides. Like, okay, let me be on the side of the institution.
I want to be on the side of the student
and think that, okay, why will you choose 2?
No,
like I don't understand.
You cannot just
also on the student side. It's like, why 2? Like, what is going on? Is it that you are telling us, okay, you are bringing us to school, so to say, to be dummies? So you can't talk. It's like, go here,
instruction and I obey.
Yeah,
you jump.
Exactly. Or it's like, what is going on here? Because definitely they were expressing their mind. I'm sure there's no violence involved.
Yes, I'm sure that before students could protest, they possibly would have gone for peaceful negotiation or something. And all of that is not working. And because students protested, it was a peaceful protest, and you suspended 2. From the news, there's a 400 level student. You suspended him.
Oh, wow.
And he goes home and he say, "Mommy, you want to suspend me? Why? Because no, we can laugh about it now because it's not happening to us personally. But really, it's not funny. At the university institution saying that these students do not have right to query their authority.
Okay.
Are we saying that they have to? Are they saying that they have to obey everything that they say? It's actually not funny.
But thinking about it, is it like a military school?
It's not a military school, or it's a federal government school. A public university. It's a public university. Because it's not funny. It's not funny. These are situations where students should be able to speak their mind, should be able to express themselves, should be able to help you. You should be able to see things their way, even if you're not going to agree with them eventually.
But there should be a dialogue kind of.
It should be a compromise.
Yeah.
It should be a compromise. And all of a sudden, the student is facing this disciplinary committee, and the next thing is you're suspended indefinitely.
Oh wow! Okay. So this kind of a I don't let's say flashlight on the particular school. Like everybody's watching like what will happen. And then this might be a way of the school, like other schools might be watching like, okay, if they can do this, then
Okay, let's look into the matter. Or any student union government say, okay, the students are just at home, they're just there. So if they can conveniently do this and they do it and
get away with it, yes.
Other schools, many schools will try it.
Yeah. That's like a green card. Like,
because they are still complaining about they can still complain about the NELFund issue and they are increasing school fees and there is a for God's sake, when will they graduate?
Oh my goodness. Unsure, like indefinitely. So that means that all their previous years of study is on hand. Like, okay. So that means that all the previous study is like, is on, I want to say it's on anger, but I don't know if that's right English.
No, it's not totally cool.
Yeah.
And we're calling on government agencies to check through, listen to the plight of these people, and help them help the institution. We don't want to mention the name of the institution right now, but then please. I know that this news is real and it's very true. There should be a compromise on the part of the
of both parties, like everybody.
And these students should be called in. The suspension is not worth it. So I'll be reading another story.
Okay.
About I always have stories though. I always have stories. Okay, let me read this one. So Shola is a 200 level student studying. He's soft spoken, is intelligent, is not a troublemaker. So when the school increased school fees, his mother almost fainted. She is a widow that sells akara at Bodija Market. Please talk to your school. We cannot pay this amount. So when the student decided to protest, he joined not to cause chaos, but to represent his mother's tears. They held placards, they sang, they stood at the school gate peacefully. Note the word peacefully. Okay. But days later, he opened his email and saw a suspension letter.
Okay.
He froze. He sat on the bed, staring at the screen for almost an hour, suspended for disrupting academic activities.
All right.
No, look at you. Who years suspended for
disrupting
academic? And you'd be like, show for good. Show.
I'm even thinking like, if this Shola was connected to people in authority, will she be chosen?
He will go scot-free.
Interesting.
So he whispered to himself, "This is the reward for speaking up." His mother cried the whole night. Not because of the protest, but because her son's future was now hanging in the air. Then he said, if I don't fight now, what will happen when the school fees becomes 500,000? Should we just suffer quietly? Now he's at home, waiting, confused and uncertain whether the school will take him back.
Oh wow, this
is a
really
very sad plight.
That's really sad.
It's a very sad plight. What do we think about this story? Keep your answers in the comment section. Comment, share, and like we said. We'll go through it after this podcast. And you can also tell us your story, what you think about this, your fair share of experience in all of this. So there's one more.
Okay.
Adiola, the bread seller's daughter. Adiola is a student in a particular university whose father sells bread at Challenge. She's the first child and hope for her family. When she heard about the protest, she didn't join. She was too scared. Instead, she went to class and tried to mind her business, but the fee increment still crushed her. Her father told her, your siblings stay home. If we pay your school fees, we won't be able to eat for 2 weeks. She broke down. She considered dropping out. She even applied for NELFund, but her application kept showing pending verification.
All right.
By the time school resumed, she still hadn't got a dime. Her friend told her, imagine, the people who protested because of students like you were the ones suspended. This country no get empathy. Now she work weekends at home as a home lesson tutor just to survive, praying that things don't get worse next semester. Now, in that case, even Adiola has been shot. She cannot even say she wants to protest.
Of course, she can't speak up.
Because people that spoke up, spoke their mind. They were suspended.
Yes.
And this is the plight on our campuses in Nigeria. Because this particular university is the only one we have heard their story. We've not heard others, but I'm very sure, I'm 100% certain that there are so many stories surrounding issues like this, the NELFund and the questioning of authority. But then if we look at it, it's not a question of authority. It's a demand It's an explanation.
expression, yeah.
Just explain why you are increasing the school fees. What are you doing? What are you introducing newly? Why should we pay more? It's not like I'm a fresher. Do you understand? It's not like I'm a fresher and okay, we understand that freshers will pay more and all of that. But then I may stay like I'm just resuming back. Even if there's going to be an increment, it should be a very reasonable
amount.
Not just
75,000 increase.
And that's still departmental fees. We have not talked about school fees. Hostel fee is there. Extra 20,000.
Then God help you, a final year student, you have to write projects. And then you have to get a laptop to write your project.
No, this is very sad. This is very sad. We'd like to see your responses in the comment section. We'd like to see your comments. Then we'll read it. We'll get back to you on it. Just share your plight, share your story, share your experience in the comment section. It's been a beautiful time. Don't forget to join us next time.
Same time.
On this podcast, Right Life Media Show, where we give you confirm campus gist. I'm sure you don't want to miss it. Join us next time, next week. Thank you.
Thank you.